A Trump rally costs around $2 million to produce because it involves various expenses. This includes venue rental, security measures, sound equipment, staff salaries, transportation, and staging. Additionally, there are costs for promotional materials, advertising, and organizing the event. All these elements come together to create a high-cost production for a large-scale political rally like those seen during a presidential campaign. Oops, $2 million on this shite.
That is no longer admired, respected, or listened to. Will repeat your... Anytime I start talking, they take the red light off. Look, he can't campaign. He can't campaign. He can't speak. So we call it Migrant K. I came up with that name because I come up with a lot of good names. You see Maduro, Venezuela, it's unbelievable. He's going to the border, doing a show. Sean Hannity, good man, Sean Hannity. We'll demolish the deep state. We will expel the warmongers. Production in the United States, country, even Argentina, they went MAGA. You know Argentina, great guy. He's a big Trump guy. He loves Trump. I love him because he loves Trump. When he called, I took his call on me. Anybody that loves me, I like them. Biden border bill. Well, you know this, right? The Biden border bill. I'm thrilled to be back in the beautiful Virginia. We went to the last two total. Last Tuesday, Michigan total was a record. Like, ding, boom. This is me. I hear, bing. You heard the hostages singing. That was the hostages. They're the J6 hostages, I call them, because they are. I'm being indicted for you. I am. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. He stinks. That's not the kind of people, you know, that we talk. This is a positive swamping. Gavin Newsom, the new scum. The governor of California. We want to get Romney's and those out. He had experience in something else. You know that. He called you, yes, Your Highness. He called me Your Highness, which is interesting. But I do need a free press to make it really to fulfill what we want to do. I purposely mix up like a name like Birdbrain. You know who Birdbrain is? But you know what? So you interchange them, and then they go out with stories. I cannot be sarcastic, so I try not to be. I just did that thing for the first time in like 2 weeks because it's a disaster. I happen to have a very good relationship with a woman called Melania. I mean, we don't need your vote. We want you to get out, though, and vote. We're a third world nation now. They don't have the pilots to fly the planes. They don't see qualified air traffic controllers. We're going to be very strong. We're going to take over Washington, D.C. We're going to run it properly. How does the back of my head look? Is it okay? I'm like an artist.
Is Trump a racist? That's the question. And question number two, and this is quite an important question. If Trump was black, do you think with his 91 felonies...
Law and order candidate.
Who's he kidding? Trump's campaign manager is a felon. His deputy campaign manager is a felon. His national security advisor, a felon. His foreign policy advisor is a felon. His personal lawyer is a felon. His longtime personal advisor, a felon. Nixon was bad. Trump is worse.
He would be treated differently. Press the like button for yes if you think yes, Trump is a racist, and 2, if he was black with the 91 felonies, he would be treated totally different.
And we will pledge ourselves. You know what? Look at my African American over here. Look at him.
Once again, I'm not a Trumper. I dislike Trump. I'm not voting for him, not now, not never. But I'm a sneaker collector into the art, so I had to find these.
I love those pink signs. Women for Trump. I love the signs behind me. Blacks for Trump. I like those signs.
Of Blacks for Trump dates back to the early 2000s when a man named Michael Simonet, also known as Michael the Black Man, founded the movement. Simonet, a former member of the Yahweh Ben Yahweh cult, has been a vocal supporter of President Donald Trump and the Republican Party. Blacks for Trump gained national attention during the 2016 presidential election when Simonet appeared at several Trump rallies holding signs and wearing t-shirts in support of the then candidate. The movement seeks to garner support for Trump within the black community and challenge the perception that all black Americans are Democrats. Despite their small numbers and controversial leader, Blacks for Trump has continued to make appearances at political events and rallies, advocating for issues such as criminal justice reform, economic empowerment, and education within the black community. Some critics argue that the group is not representative of the broader black population and has been used by the Trump administration to deflect accusations of racism. While Blacks for Trump remains a polarizing and divisive presence in American politics, their history sheds light on the complex interplay of race, politics, and identity in the United States. And now let's play. What do you notice about the audience at Lumpy's Black Conservatives event?
Good. These lights are so bright in my eyes that I can't see too many people out there. But I can only see the black ones. I can't see any white ones, you see? That's how far I've come. That's how far I've come. That's a long way, isn't it? We've come a long way together. Lynn Patton.
And persecuted. And a lot of people in the community, especially in the Black community, who have felt that there's multi-tiers of justice, are seeing that played out in front of their very eyes. And they're saying, yeah, I can relate to this guy. This guy is going through some things that either myself or my family have gone through. And this is a very relatable moment for a lot of people. So seeing this mugshot as a big, to the media and to the political pundits it's a big deal, and it really does resonate within the community.
Tia, want to get your comments there.
Well, no, I agree, especially coming from an education perspective. He didn't say, if you're not black if you don't vote for me. He was just stating the truth, and that's what sometimes we need to hear. For too long,
Specific Trump policies do you feel have helped Black Americans?
Well, I'll start with myself. I was a Democrat for all my life, my entire family, but it was around COVID time when I started paying attention to policies being made. Like, I started paying attention to, when Trump and other politicians were listening to the parents, the people who really had voices that matter. Because if you look at the media now, no one's paying attention to the parents and what we need. And just because I'm a Black parent doesn't mean that I care less about my child.
Black Lives Matter movement, in particular, gained momentum during Trump's presidency, as many Americans, especially people of color, sought to address systemic racism and police violence. Trump's response to the movement was often confrontational, focusing on law and order rather than addressing the root causes of racial inequality and injustice. Despite these controversies and accusations, Trump supporters argue that he is not racist and that his policies were aimed at protecting national security and American jobs. They point to his efforts to renegotiate trade deals, strengthen immigration enforcement, and prioritize American workers as evidence of his commitment to the country's interests rather than any racial bias.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best.
Do you think Donald Trump is racist?
I do. This man is either himself a racist or is happy to empower racists.
Infest our country. He is dehumanizing people.
He is, according to many people, a racist.
He called Mexicans rapists. Y'all, tonight at a rally in South Carolina, Donald Trump actually said this.
Good. These lights are so bright in my eyes that I can't see too many people out there. But I can only see the black ones. I can't see any white ones, you see? That's how far I've come.
What's the deal? You see who I'm sitting next to? Donald Trump. Smell the money.
One thing is clear. The debate over Trump's stance on racism will continue to be a defining aspect of his political legacy.
19 days out from the election, you've been labeled a racist, you've been called a sexist. How do you respond to that?
I am the least racist person you've ever met.